There was a time, about 2 years ago, where if you told me I'd ever play this level again, I would call you fucking insane. And I feel like that's pretty rightfully so. Yeah. It's been 2 years since I beat Allegiance. If you don't know, I beat obviously back in 2024. This is still to date my worst experience on an Extreme Demon, bar none. What was it? I had 98 deaths past 66. I've shown the list of deaths before in my actual video. This is the single worst I've ever mind-blocked a level in my life. And it's still standing strong after 2 years. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna revisit it today. I don't really have any goals. I'm probably gonna see if I can get it in 2 runs, but I might even try and rebeat it. I'm not feeling that confident though, so we're just gonna have to see. I have a bit of pre-practice, not that much. I mainly just did like a practice run before recording. I'll do another one though. So if you don't know Trouble's deal, it's fairly obvious. The beginning is the easiest part. The ending is like the hardest part. And the drops also pretty hard. This all is just like second half heavy core. But I didn't realise that when I played the level. And as such, my practice was very poor. Which is mainly what resulted in the nightmare of mind blocks. So yeah, as it goes, this pre-drop's not that bad. There's like one bad click in this wave. And yeah, I already passed it. This is the drop, obviously. I've not forgotten how to play this at all. Yeah, 58. This is like an iconic choke point. Because that gap's buffed. And you can't see, so you're just aiming into nothing. It's an iconic choke point. I remember getting pretty consistent after though. This robot is kind of stupid. Mainly just because, look at it. And this is the 66 wave, as I mentioned. All my deaths past it. Hold on. I can do that wave, it's just... There you go. So obviously I had most of my deaths past this wave, including, this wave at 72, which is lovely. And then, we're not even at the worst part yet. This! If you wanted a statement to prove how bad I was at ship back in 2024, I died to that ship, no joke, 53 times. It's in my list of deaths. I think it was 76 times 20, 77 times 28, and 78 times 5. And then you get this ending, which is just like, what the fuck? How'd you even conceive gameplay like this, bro? Also, yeah, I am playing in full detail. When I beat this, I beat it on low detail mode. I'm just really gonna see what runs I can try and do. I think I'm gonna start just by doing the ending as a whole. I think that's something I can do. I gotta be careful with the checkpoints. I know 2.2 changed how they work a bit. Yeah, this ending alone. How many deaths I have here again? Well, yeah, like 45. I died past 79 45 times. And that's just par for the course for this level. That's kind of what you can expect. Maybe a bit less. Assuming you actually, not be like me and practice the ending more. This swing dodge is easy, luckily. I never died here. That transition's a bit blind. Also, this background here is really funny. I just think the line moving across the screen is really funny because it literally takes up the entire level's length. If you look in the editor on the layer that this background object is, it just takes up the entire level. I'll try for 2 runs at the bare minimum, I think. I might even try to get to the ending from 0. I'm probably going to do like 60 to 100 as well. That was a pretty standard run for me when it came to this level. I'm not really sure why I died to the ending so much on this, because like 97 times 3, which is the straight fly, and also 96 times 3, which is the wave. Like, I don't think that's necessary by like any means the word. I'll just go from here now. That was quick. Damn. Yeah. When it comes to this level though, I will always be glad I never died at 98. It's just not a hard click. It's literally a nerfed triple/quad spike. This wave's easier though. I normally don't do 3 clicks in that. It just makes it a bit easier. Okay, yeah, let's just do drop to 100. Fucking nice one, bro. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever done that in my life. Seriously. I never bothered with runs like that when I actually did play Allegiance. Anyway. Oh yeah, also I released this. You've already seen the upload on that, I'm sure. Let's go from 0. But yeah, this was funny. Like, I had such a bad time on this. Kind of weird to think how this was my 7th extreme, and now I've been like 60. Yeah, it's time flies, I suppose. Because I don't even, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long since I do this. I'm surprised people even put up with me when I was playing solo, because I was so fucking annoying. I guess I'm just gonna be rage baited by this pre-drop for a second. Okay, great. Just fluke everything hard and die to that? Come on, bro, that transition's easy. Come on, I did the same thing! Bro, this is actually so easy. I don't know why I threw that twice. Anyway, in other topics, yeah, I know these revisiting videos have become rather few and far between. Issue is, no one really watches them. It's just not a thing that does very well. Although I do enjoy making them, and I do want to make more long-form stuff. That's why I made the unrated demon review video, which I have been thinking about making a part 2 to that. Only issue is half the levels on there are extremely obscure. If the levels in part 1 weren't obscure enough already, they're even more obscure, like. But yeah, no, in terms of other revisiting videos, you can maybe expect audio expulsion. That would be, like, in a month from now, I might do that. Is there anything else worth doing? I don't know. I might do, I am probably gonna do 53 at some point as well, because I've got a thing or two to say about that level. I'm actually terrible. Okay, great. But yeah, audio expulsion might be interesting to do. And 53 I'm probably gonna do anyway. I do want an opportunity to really talk about that level. Mainly gush about it because I love it so much, but audio expulsion's a bit different. Obviously I don't like that level as much. It's kind of stupid. But it's the single longest I've ever spent on a level that I like played the whole time without dropping. And it's still a pretty big milestone for me. Like, yeah, if it isn't already obvious, audio expulsion is my single hardest, completely native 75 completion. I even have a record on the lower pressure list for it. Stuff like 53, obviously I beat that with click on steps, which is a new thing, and that got added recently as well. Not even just the mod. I never really used, well, I never used the mod at all. I don't even have Geode installed, but I did use click on steps when I got added. I beat Endless Dream like the same week, and then everything after that, like history. I checked the lower pressure list not too long ago. I saw audio expulsion was at 100. When I beat it, it was at like 75. No, it was 77 when I beat it. So the list's still advancing. Okay, yeah. Expected. This is like the hardest click of this part of the ending, in my opinion. It's fucking stupid. This ending's stupid. Like, there's just like so many clicks in this ending that you're just bound to die to because they're just that difficult. Like, what is this? I wasn't even nervous. If I passed this click, I was about to say something because like I just was not that nervous. I'll give it a bit longer. I could probably rebeat this. I think that's a thing I can just do. So at this point, I might as well try, you know. God, I remember when I used to do these revisiting videos, I used to be so scared of the levels that I was playing that I would not rebeat them. Like, I didn't rebeat Snubby for a revisiting video, and back when I did that, my hardest was Heatwave. Like, I could have done that. One time I rebeat Snubby on accident, and that was like a year or two ago. Even stuff like Plasma Pulse and Stalemate. I've beaten those levels like 10 times now each. I could basically rebeat Plasma Pulse at will. Yeah, no, Matilda the Machine I rebeat because the coin, obviously. That was a thing I climbed for a minute. That was the 35 death. It was gonna happen. But, you know, basically every revisiting video I've done, I for some reason just chose not to rebeat the level. Even Rupture, I could rebeat Rupture, surely. Why did I even do a revisiting video on Rupture? Like, obviously it was the hardest for me, but it wasn't that interesting. My finger locked. Fantastic. That's been a problem for me recently. My finger just doesn't like clicking the button. It's so annoying. It's fine, because I should be getting a new keyboard soon enough. I finally get to retire this keyboard that I've had since the Demon Alphabet. It is the same one. This keyboard's carried me through like 50 extremes. It's kind of insane. It's a good keyboard, to be fair. This thing has not faltered one bit. The only issue is that it's hard to clean. So there's a lot of dust build-up and shit. I'm mainly looking to get a new keyboard to hopefully make it a bit more comfortable for my hand, because it's been a problem. Okay, please, bro. I might just switch to up arrow for this beginning. This is not comfortable at all. Knew it, yep. This is a lot more reminiscent of my experience from 2 years ago. Especially with me just being unable to pass the pre-drop for like multiple minutes at a time. I never truly gained consistency with the pre-drop in Allegiance, which is kind of strange. Surprisingly though, I never found it boring. Like, I never found playing this from Zero boring, even though I definitely should have. Even nowadays, I don't really. Okay. Sure. That was very smooth, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised by that one. Oh my god. Bro, the amount of old attempts I have on this is unreal. Yeah, though, I'm glad to rebeat that. I do wish I rebeat these levels more for revisiting, but I usually just get scared of them and then I don't. This is like the third extreme I've ever rebeaten, by the way. I never rebeat shit. I also, like, fluked almost the entire ending, so that's cool. You know what? Let's play one more attempt. I'm gonna see if I can beat it twice in a row. No, not even close. I hit my space bar. That just wasn't meant to happen. Anyway, Allegiance. It's very easy to say now. Most of my gripes to this level came from when I was playing it before. Like, obviously, I had such a rough time, and it's what knocked my experience down to literally 4 of 100. which is still the second lowest enjoyment I've ever given an extreme besides Forbidden Isle. This level's not that bad. It was mainly carried just purely by experience for me, which, yeah, it's easy to see why, especially with fucking 98 deaths in the second half. I don't know, there's not really much else to say, but happy 2 years to this, I guess. It's still insane to see how far I've come in all this time, I suppose. Nope,